Hi everybody, welcome back to AFC Northerners. We are all here waiting for preseason only in 13 days. Excited.
Almost there.
So we're going to start off, we're going to talk about, right now we're going to talk about position battles and updates for injuries, whatever we might have. And of course, later on we're going to be talking about Deflategate. So let's kick it off to the Bengals.
It was Sam Schneider repping the Bengals in LA.
Dave Green, Browns guy.
Jan David Sutar, Ravens.
Gavin Peretti, Stillers.
All right, so starting right down the line, Bengals.
Sure, to start off with, we got a couple players went on PUP today. No real surprise, Vontaze Burfict and Sean Porter, who both got injured at the end of last season.
Vontaze got injured?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right?
Like, does that ever happen?
But he's been working his ass off, though. They've shown some really good video of him working out at the stadium, which is really, really encouraging. Still not sure if he's going to be able to start the season. The other one is Marcus Hunt, actually hurt his back lifting weights in April, but it doesn't sound like it's too serious. He'll be on training camp. Pump is nothing. They can come off it whenever they want, so we'll see how that goes. The real big talk in training camp as far as the battle goes is in the secondary. There's questions about whether Leon Hall is getting a little too long in the tooth and if he could be eclipsed by Darqueze Dennard. Right now it looks like Drake or Patrick is all set to start on the other side. Nice. So it's whether or not Dennard can push past Hall and keep Pac-Man Jones in the nickel. But that's the big battle to watch for in Bengals camp.
Nice. No injuries on the Browns. And you're actually healthy for the first time going into the season.
Do you guys have no
injuries? Yeah, like we're freaking, I think we're sitting at like 90 now or something like that. It's ridiculous. Like 13 wide receivers, really.
Jesus.
But I think the big battle is going to be kicker.
Because that's the only question mark you guys have at this point.
Wide receiver, yeah, kicker.
That's a good problem, I'd say.
That's because we're going to win the division.
Heard it here first. And the only time.
Yeah, the only time.
No, I'll say it next video. I'm good for it.
All right, moving on to Ravens. As far as injuries, all we've got really is Dennis Pitta, but that was kind of expected. Position battles, wide receiver is going to be a really interesting. I mean, Brashad Perriman, Marlon Brown, Kamar Aiken. I think those are the top three guys. Steve Smith, obviously, is going to be number one. I know who. Marlon Brown, I met. He's a really nice guy, by the way. And also, cornerback could be a little bit of an interesting battle there. Because, I mean, I don't know that Cassius Vaughn's going to make it. I think it's going to be, Jimmy Smith. I think it's going to be Kyle Arrington. And I think that there's, another up there who we're not quite sure how that's going to go. Running back, to me, is way too early to even think about, whether or not Buck Allen's going to make it, for example, as a third string or whatever have you. Anyway, so that's really us for the Ravens.
Steelers, I mean, we're the only team that's in training camp right now. So day 3, we actually got a lot of news. Right now, we got shoulder problems in Pittsburgh. Sanquez Golson's got a shoulder issue.
Somebody stepped on him.
Somebody hit him with the pinky. So, it's his, I got to make fun of him. It's his first time ever being injured. They think he's going to be good for game 1. He's on the PUP list right now. Our main battle is going to be QB number 2. Bruce Gradkowski is injured right now, also with a shoulder injury. Yeah. So that's going to leave it open for Taj Boyd and for Landry Jones. And Landry Jones has been overthrowing balls.
Yeah.
So Taj Boyd might be our number 2. We'll see what happens. But
that's so weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. We didn't think that was going to happen. The other main thing is our linebackers. We're going to have a battle with that because there are rumors that we're switching from a 3-4 to a 4-3. If that is true, that means
that's huge.
That's huge.
That's very huge.
Completely different.
That's like a completely different.
I mean, it's with the switch of the defensive coordinator. I mean, that's what happened. So, Bud Dupree and Jarvis Jones, they might not play as much as we thought.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's going to be very interesting. The other news, of course, for us is that Le'Veon Bell's suspension has been reduced to 2 games. So that's going to be great.
Yeah, except for week 1.
Except for week 1. But you know what?
D'Angelo Williams is a pretty good veteran backup.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And also, we kind of traded, LeGarrette Blount, he's also going to be out. So he was with us, so we kind of got a 2-for-1 on that deal.
Yeah, that's true.
Le'Veon Bell was like, you want some of this weed?
And LeGarrette Blount was like, yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. So let's move on to the hot news of the day. Other than the Le'Veon Bell suspension being reduced, Deflategate. We just heard about that everything's been reduced. It's kind of fresh news. Excuse me, not reduced. It's standing by. 4-game suspension. Still intact.
As long as it's a 1-game suspension, I'm all good with that.
But at this point, it sounds like there's nothing they can do about it. It's going to be 4 games. They can try to sue.
Well, there is a lawsuit. It's going into federal court, so it's not for sure.
And the NFL has already filed the federal courts to say, please uphold the the commissioners.
Well, there have been other players that have tried this in the past, just in the past year and a half, 2 years.
It never works.
It never works.
But the question is whether Tom Brady really has the juice, to actually make that happen. I don't think he does. I don't think
breaking his cell phone. He's
he's destroying your cell phone literally the day before they're supposed to come.
Really shady.
That's
really shady.
Asterisk.
That's why all the Pats fans are like, "There's no evidence." Yes, because he destroyed his cell phone.
Because he went out of his way to destroy it.
There's actually already a bunch of Patriots fans online have started a petition to boycott the first half of the opening game, to not show up to the stadium and leave the stadium empty, because that's really going to hit Goodell where it hurts.
Yeah. After paying that $1 million fine and losing a first-round draft pick to Pats fans, that's exactly what he wants you to do. Robert Kraft is a genius. I don't know how he's doing it.
So, I saw that, and my first reaction was, Patriot fans are just like any other fans in the NFL, in that when the season is here, we want to watch the game. They're not going to stand outside in the parking lot and tailgate and not go in as some form of protest.
Right.
Ridiculous.
That's not going to happen.
So,
but it's cute.
Brown's reaction to Deflategate.
Don't really give a damn. That's all that matters. I hope New England wins 27-13 and embarrasses the hell out of Pittsburgh.
I love it.
We'll see.
As a Ravens fan, I'm glad. I really want them to be penalized. I want that 4-game suspension, because come on, you're cheating. That's it. Cheaters shouldn't prosper. However, as long as they do have that 1-game suspension, I'm fine with it. Absolutely. So there. What about you?
Obviously, we're playing with no Tom Brady, no LeGarrette Blount. We've got no Le'Veon Bell, but I think that's in our favor. Stacked in our favor.
I still think that, out of all, if I had to make a prediction for this game, I think that all things considered, I think the score is going to wind up being in the Steelers' favor, but I'm counting on a 21-17 game.
It's going to depend on.
It's going to really be.
It's going to depend on the Steelers' new defense.
And also, game one anytime is always just a wild card.
Right.
Yeah.
But also, the Patriots usually play pretty poorly at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we can pull out a W with that.
Yep. All right, guys, that is it for us. Thank you for joining us on this one. We will be back for the preseason and excited to see you there. And from all of us here at the AFC Northerners, we sign off the same way with, Fuck the Patriots!